Top 25 football movies of all time. Here's my review for The Invincible, starring Mark Wahlberg. This is the Disney version of a true story about a guy who's a walk-on and ends up playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to take a look at Mark Wahlberg's career here, because if you look at the movie The Contender, directed by David O. Russell, which got Christian Bale an Oscar, and you take a look at this movie, The Invincible, it's almost practically the same story about a guy who basically lives in a blue-collar workplace, falls in love with a bartender, and trying to find his way, even though he has a misfit family around him. But look at the Disney version of this film, and then look at The Contender, what David O. Russell does, and brings in the Best Picture nominations and Oscar winners and things like that. And it's like that fine line between schmaltzy and kind of like a serious story about the American dream. And that's what Invincible is not. It's basically schmaltzy, which could have been the story about a basic story about the American dream, but of course it's the Disney version. This is Disney's little, like, they had a run of a bunch of films, like The Miracle with the hockey movie. They had The Secretariat, and this is the football version of these like schmaltzy kind of like, look what happens when you go all the way and you kind of make it, and then you can make it big and you could be successful and blah 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 blah, which is so black and white. And this movie is going to be on the list, but at the same time it's like it's far down the list, but it's kind of has some interesting moments. But Mark Wahlberg's performance is solid. It's just that what's around him, the script and the whole schmaltzy setup and things like that, are kind of, you know, primary in its sense. So, but Wahlberg has got something there, and it's kind of funny that he went on to produce The Contender, because basically, I think he saw this movie and he saw what it could have been, and then he said, okay, I'm going to make it the same movie, except I'm going to use the boxing version of it. And I'm going to bring in a good director who knows what the hell he's doing, and I'm going to stay away from the studios. And that's what he did. So, The Invincible is on this list, but it was a great learning experience for Wahlberg. That's my review.